Hello, everyone. Gonna do a Monday recap. Hope everyone had a great day today. I had another fantastic day. Not like a ton of profit today. Had a big loss early on, but like I've said before, trading the Anchored LRC, you can make back your loss without any issues. I have um, no issue whatsoever making back my losses. So pretty awesome. I started my day out with a meta call, and I will show you what I saw, and then I also want to show you what I see in the market. It looks like we may be up. Well, let's do that first. Let's go over market right now and look at what's happening in the market. I mean, we're still in an uptrend, of course. It may be weakening some, I guess, but we're still in an uptrend. Look, this is back on 6 to 530, 6 to. We're yeah, still going straight up. We came down some here. This is my long LRC that I use now, and I pretty much almost have it on every single chart, and it works amazingly. So I will. I if you watch my last video, I also have a L, which stands for long LRC video. If you're interested in that, you can check that out in my channel. It shows you how to set it up, all the settings, and how I use it and adjust it. But you can see where on Friday we had consolidation pre-market, right as market open, boom, right off the long LRC. Right, what time? There's market open. Right here's 9:30. 10 just went straight up. So we had some. I think basically we just have some consolidation in a way. If you just zoom out and look at this, we did have a little move up. This was pre-market though. It shot up and then came back down. This 566. I'm sorry, 5665 level has now waked up a couple times. It is a little bit more difficult now when we are, or when I am trying to get levels. It's just, we don't have as many to go from because we're in all new territory, all-time highs. So what I'm looking at for tomorrow is this 5690 50 area. I'm looking to, if we're above that, I will be definitely looking for calls up into the 5780 or 5708, and possibly above. What I do want to see happen though is this. I would like to see this. So I would like to look for I'd like for some puts to happen, and I want to move back down to this LRC. Actually, it'd be even better if we got puts all the way down to this one, because once you get to your bottom one, and that's where you get your huge moves. Well, you get huge moves here too as well. So you can see what happened here. Boom, went up. Oops. Here, boom, went up. Um, Came down to the 1.5. Boom, went up. Came down, retested. Boom. So it's just pretty amazing. The long LRC works extremely well. It helps me in several ways. It helps me for entries. It helps me for direction. It helps me. So I'll trade the 2 minute chart, and I will use it to help me decide direction. So, for instance, if I'm consolidating along one of the lines, or I know that I'm at a long LRC level, and then I see price come down to it and then bounce up off of it, I then know that my direction is that way, whichever way it bounced. If it goes down off of one or above it, my direction is going to be up to the next deviation. My cyan dotted is my mean, or the mid. So right now we're kind of in the middle of these two. but we are at the 56.90.50 or 56.90. You can call it 56.91, that area. Um, Definitely looking to trade up there, up to 5708 on ES. Possibly down 5680. If we come below this, reject, I'll look for some possible rejections here, and then I would love to see us get back down to the 5665 so that we get a better move. Let me take a look at NQ. I don't know if I redid my. Yeah, I did. So here's NQ's long LRC. Looks very similar. You can see where it consolidated last Friday and then just shot up. That was one of my better days because I saw this happening pre-market, and I got in really heavy for longs when each stock that went off of this Tesla, TSM, or no, I think TSM went down on Friday, but several stocks did very similar scenarios on the long LRC. So once again, if you're wanting to know how to set up the long LRC, just look for that video. I have it. So, oh, levels for NQ 20,640 is obviously a pretty significant level right now. We are above it. We closed above it today, but I am looking for this to maybe retest and pop up to the 20,750 again. Of course, I would like to see us come down all the way to the 20,500 or the 20,575 and then bounce off and shoot back up to the mean. So anyhow, let me get to my recap. These are the trades I made today. This was my bad loss. I had a couple other. I had what, six, almost 700. Oh yeah, $700 worth of losses. So I didn't do that great today. I think I had like 780 or something was my total, but I didn't actually add it all up, but you can see them right there. So let me get to Meta. What I saw for Meta right out of the gates, and it's just like any trading strategy. Sometimes it just doesn't go the way it looks like it's going to go. It did look like it had set up. Um, but the most important thing is to get out um, with your whatever rules you decide. So you want to, depending on what rules and risks that you have to set up your rules. Now, I could have stayed in and used the 495 as my level, and of course I would have been perfectly fine. But I didn't do that because my strategy, this had came down, and I do love seeing this early morning, a big drop down and then a wick back up off of the LRCs where it's bought back up. I got in, I added here, and I think I added like in here. I hit a market to add, and so I added to my position here. And then when this went down and then this went down, I got out and I lost 590. So, um, the area where I made my mistake, well, I'm not really going to call it a mistake. I did get above my 20 and my 200 when I entered. That's my typical move. This one just didn't work out. So the only the only thing I could have done, because I did trade this as a breakout, and this, I guess I did have one mistake that I could have saved from losing so much, and this is just something for you to consider. When I trade early morning first candles, I consider it, I get in because I'm trading like a breakout move. I'm not waiting for a close, and I'm not waiting for a second close in order to confirm upside. I'm trying to catch the move before it goes. And I guess I was complacent. I really wasn't focused on this as much. I should have, as soon as, so this closed up here, it looked good. Soon as this went down and pushed back up, I did start adding. I think I added in here. But when this came down, already, when this pushed up, I'm sorry, when this pushed way up, I could have taken like a $300 or $400 profit on it right out of the gates, but I didn't. I held because I thought I was going to get continuation. But once this pushed back down and it wicked below this LRC and then it moved below this, I should have got out right there, and I would have probably only been out maybe a couple $100 versus 590. So things I've got to do a little better when I'm trading just to reduce my risk. I really was looking for this to continue and to go up. I stayed in it to here, and then I ended up getting on this drop here. And then after I got out, it did this and did that and did that. I'm like, okay, you got me, you got me. Um, so um, I did get into an AVGO trade early on. That looked like it was gonna, and I could have actually profited a lot more. I didn't take my profits quick enough today, but I still did okay. This AVGO was crazy. I got in it right away. I was in it with the meta trade, but right out of the gates, I got in here, and I didn't get in heavy, and I did scale out, and then I ended up waiting for this to pull back. It went back up, and then it started coming down. I got out, so I ended up getting only putting away or locking in $346. I was up, I think, gosh, again, it hurts the soul when you look at where you were, but I was up probably like $700 up in this area, but I ended up with only 346. Once again, if I use my level, which was the 169.82, as a stop, which that's not how I trade my LRC strategy, but you, I could have used this. I would have been in some nasty drawdown though. This would have been very painful, right? If I waited for this to come all the way down here and hold it through. There's no way I would have done that. It doesn't even matter how I was trading, but I never would have held down to here. That would have been nuts. But check out this 173.50. You think that's a level? Yep, yep, yep. Um, so then I had a loss on an AVGO as well. I I think I tried to take one right here on this next move, and it ended up coming back on me, and I ended up with a $70 loss. So I had a few losses today. Definitely wasn't the easiest day for me today, but still profited very well. I just drew this earlier. This is a big consolidation area for Microsoft. I actually want to see it out of that area before I trade Microsoft anymore. Although I mean, you can actually make a good amount of money on options trading on the 2 minute. So Microsoft, I lost 96 on a call. I honestly don't recall when I did that. I'll have to look. This one I do not recall when I got into Microsoft. But if you're trading this LRC strategy, you had several really amazing setups. So I'll go over that with you so that maybe it'll help you to learn. So the LRC, there's a yellow, the red, cyan, red, yellow. Whenever you're crossing over them pre-market, I look for a close, a cross, a close. I get in. I typically will get I typically will get in on the move above the close of this candle. A lot of times, a lot of times I would get in. I don't typically when I have a major level like the 454 level. I do not take breakouts above that level. I actually want exactly what happened here to happen. It goes up. I want to see a retest. Comes down, retests right here. Boom, look at that candle. This is your get in right there. Right there. You get in and then you get this little run and then you have to get out. um, the next awesome setup was right here. This was even better. So something to look at when you're watching the 200 and the 20 EMA is if you do get pullbacks and they come down and wick up off this 200, as well as look how much it respects this LRC. Check that out. Check that out. It's crazy. Um, you get this wick up and then you close above the LRC. You also move above the 20 right here. This is your entry right there, that candle. This candle right here, that candle. Enter that candle. You go up, you can scale out a little on this LRC since you're so close to it if you want to, or you can hold. And then you get this pullback to the LRC. Look at that. And then you add. You go up, pulls back. You can add again or just scale out. Hold it. You get another pullback down to the 20. You add on this one. And you do this until you get to right there. And then you get out. So great trades to be had on Microsoft today with this strategy. And then you have the put play right here, which is probably your most clean play. You're coming up, you're consolidating on the LRC, you wick up off of this LRC, you push up, but you didn't break above the 20. You did get above the 200, but not the 20. I want to be above or below both. Then you get this push down, and then you're below both, and right there, bingo, there is your entry. Right there. And then you just hold this until you get to, guess what? You scale out, you can scale out here, take profit on the second, the yellow, or get out of everything except for one and see if you get a pullback and a move or break and retest for further down. But don't hold a lot of your contracts and options when you get to this level, because what will happen is you'll get this and you'll lose a lot of your profit. So I'm preaching to the choir because I need to listen to myself a little better as well. So Microsoft, I had a loss. I showed you where I had the loss. PANW, I saw it on today's, I had it on my chart today, and I saw that it started to come down to the 331, and it was wicking right here. Like this is like an A plus setup starting. Once again, what I want you to focus on is when market opens, you get this push up, give it some time, you get a push down, and then sorry, I can't draw straight today. You wick up off of this LRC, you push, and you wait for another push. Now for me, I wait until right here. I get in right here. That's when I got in. I rode this up. I scaled off, had this big gap. I was concerned about this 337 level. It wasn't. It went right on through it. I can't remember when I got out. I think I may have just taken all profit right here when this wicked back down. And I got out at 305. Once again, I was crying inside because then after I got out, I saw this. So 305 from here to there. So you know that would have been another, what, at least 1,000. So, oh well. Did okay. Like I said, I could have done better. The strategy is working. Just my execution has not been great. I did get into Friday's execution was really good. Today's not so no mas. So uh, Tesla was a really good trade again today. Tesla, I actually held Tesla for a little bit. I got into Tesla right here. It was perfect. Got in. I actually took a lot of profit here at the 260 level. I think I took all profit on this candle. And then I got the pullback. I re-entered Tesla with the same options strike, and I scalped up to here, and I ended up with 420 total. So this was a really good trade. Kind of an easy trade right here to see setting up. Once again, once you have your major levels marked off, I'll show you this on the 1 hour. I mean, you can see Tesla has definitely, that sent me way back, didn't it? You can see that Tesla has respected this level. I think this one I picked on a 30 minute. You can see it better on a 30 minute. But yeah, this 260 level, these went below it, but definitely a level that it's respecting. So whenever you whenever you're trading the LRC strategy and you see a move above, a move up, you get some consolidation, and then boom off the 20, and then breaks above the LRC right here. This is I will enter that 1,000 out of 1,000 times right here. Every every single time this has ever set up, I have never seen it not work. So, um, anyway, that's a fantastic entry, and I would enter that with probably a very heavy position because I am super confident that that's going to go up. Um, so then I changed my bias. I did get an SPX call. Don't know when I did that, and then the rest of these were SPXs. I did. I got into SPX puts. Oh, this was an interesting one. This is where I made the 340. I typically do not trade into the 200, but in this case, I had this move, that move, and I saw this coming below this 563.30, and it broke down. I got in here and I rode this all the way down. I took, I think a little bit, I took one off here. I held it, and then I took the remaining one right there. So I ended up with 340 for that move. I did get another SPX later in the day. Wasn't super late, but I got another SPX right here. Um, this came through the 20, broke through the 561.70. I got in here and I didn't hold it for long. I didn't get this whole move, but I did get I scalped 150 and then I did a little $25 scalp at the end of the day. But that was it. It was not super exciting trading today, but I still profited. What is this? So there's 500, there's 900, 1220, 1270, 15, say I'm just gonna say 1,600 and round it off. Take off 600. There's 1,000. Take off another 100 plus some commission. So I probably made around $800 today, trading in kind of a rough. Um, it was kind of a rough day for me to see it. I think it was just my focus today. But anyhow, I hope you guys liked the video. And if you have any questions about the LRC strategy, feel free to leave me a comment, ask a question. I try to get back to them. Also, please hit that like button and share and subscribe. It really would help get the word out so more people can hopefully learn this strategy and it benefit them in their trading every day. Also, I do have a link to my Discord. It'll be in the description if you want to come and hang out. We have a free area and we also have a paid area where I do live trading. I call out my trades live every day. So if you're interested in coming in, joining us for live trading, we have a good group of guys, and we'd love to have you come by, check us out, and uh, good luck trading. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.